Yo, this is Juwan and this is CYON, and this is an outlet for entrepreneurs to tell your story, to get in the know, to relieve your stress, to create your own narrative. Yo, it's Create Your Own Narrative, man. CYON. We're here again with another interview with a special guest, Felicia Banks. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
I'm good. I'm great. We appreciate you for letting us come into your space and give a little background information on herself. She is every person you need to talk to about your financial needs, whatever you need to know when it comes down to life insurance, how to save, where to invest. So give a little background to the people about yourself and what they need to know about you.
Well, where do I start? Jamaican background. You know, as far as Caribbean households, you go to school, you get the good grades, you get the good job. So I did just that. You know, I got a master's degree, but then, you know, I decided to come into the finance industry. So just really here, I took on the whole self-employed entrepreneur route, and here I am now. Just, you know, I'm married to the hustle right now. Married to the hustle.
Yeah, you are. I give you that. We got a long relationship. Basically, this is my best friend's sister. So I have watched her grow. I have watched her do many achievements, like everything you see behind her. What's a couple of achievements that you say you're most proud of right now? What is your top achievement?
I will say, you know, in the finance industry, in the company that I'm with, there's over 130,000 licensed agents, and there's only 6,000 of us that have achieved the vice president role. So that's about the top 4 to 5% of the company. So pretty proud of that. I really am. Yes.
We're gonna commend you on that.
Yeah.
So if you need to check in with her with anything, she's gonna give you her information so y'all be able to learn more. So we're gonna thin the ice a little bit. Gonna put you on the hot seat. That's okay with you?
Okay.
All right, that's fine. So you got the good clock. All right. Yeah, this is gonna be funny.
Oh gosh.
All right, ready, set, go. What's your biggest fear? All right, next. You want me to go next?
I'm fearless. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, you're fearless. That's real. All right, who's your celebrity crush?
Oh, I have a few.
Just pick one.
Ludicrous.
That's a throwback. What's your dream road trip destination?
I just want to try. I want to go on an RV across the whole U.S. That's just one. I don't really have a destination. I just want to drive.
I like that. What's your favorite thing about yourself?
I say I'm pretty easygoing. I just love fun. I just enjoy fun, and I'm pretty easy for the most part. Pretty easygoing.
I need another good one. What's one of your biggest pet peeves when it comes down to social media?
When I know the truth, you know, I know what's really going on, and some people are posting some things that's far from the truth. I just wish it was more real.
There we go. That's a great way to end it. That's a great way to end it. So now we're gonna get into you and your journey to make it to this position. I know everybody's proud of you, because I know I am. What's some obstacles that you think you have, you know, had to overcome, especially being a woman of color in this industry, in this world? What can you let the people know you had to overcome to get to where you are now?
Well, in this, when anything specific as far as a woman and a woman of color, just in this industry, it is male dominated. So you really gotta come in and, I wouldn't say be more aggressive, but be more aggressive, you know, to really earn the respect, I guess you can say. But luckily or thankfully in the company that I am in, actually about 50% of the company are women. So, you know, we've definitely paved the way in the company that I'm in. So I love it. But just overall, and just obstacles stepping into the entrepreneur world. I come from structure, corporate America. I went to school, I got my master's degree in a different industry, and I was running, so I was used to 9-to-5 corporate America. And when you step into that self-employed entrepreneur, you know, it's a mindset thing. Like really and truly, success is, I don't care how much skill and talent you have, it's the mindset that you got to work on. So I would say overall, an obstacle I had is just that shift in the mindset of stepping into the industry.
I like that. That's perfect, actually, because I think a lot of people need to hear that mindset, because it's not easy. No matter how much of a jump you're doing when you're being an entrepreneur, it's kind of hard. Let's see what else. With your services, what services do you offer to the people if they need help with anything?
Oh, okay. So overall, my whole goal is to help people earn more income, become properly protected, debt-free, and financially independent. So financially free. So it's a whole financial game plan. Okay. So it's not just one piece, and a lot of times people may have, this is the key thing of working with me, I'm not just here to sell you this, sell you that, it's all part of a huge plan. So from your life insurance, building your house, showing you how to get out of debt, showing you how to build wealth for the future. You have kids, all right, college funds, all of these things. What are some other goals and dreams you may have? So really putting together that. So I am fully licensed to do life insurance, investments, that could be retirement, individual investments, college funds, as well as mortgage. So I can definitely help you in all parts of your financial game plan, building that house to have a strong financial house.
And I'm one of her clients, so y'all make sure you come. Tap in. If you need some information, I can definitely give it to you. She's gonna help me again. I'm gonna come back, sit right here again, and try to map out some stuff together. Life insurance. Why is that important, especially for people like my age, for example? We might not think we need it, or we got time to get it. Why is it important for us to have life insurance and for our families?
Oh, wow. So I usually ask this, especially I get that, I'm young and you know your birthday, right?
Yeah.
Okay, when are you gonna die?
I don't know.
We don't know. We all know our birthdays, but we don't know our death dates, right? So how many times have you, in your life, unfortunately, a loved one or a friend or a classmate, you hear something crazy happen, car accident, it may not have even have been them that's the target, and just unfortunately, they pass away. So life insurance is super important, especially if you have somebody that depends on your income. So I have come to learn, some people believe life insurance is, I die, the life insurance is to bear me, like car insurance. I get in an accident, the insurance company's gonna pay for the car. Yeah. No, life insurance is, hey, someone passed away, if that life insurance is for $300,000, you are going to get a check for $300,000 in your hand. And so if you have a spouse, if you have children, if you have a family member, a parent that depends on your income, if you are no longer there to help them, that's going to leave the financial burden on them.
And that's what they need.
Exactly. And then those who are young, the best time to get life insurance, I've had it since I was young, and I have no children, I don't have a spouse, but the best time to get it is when you're young and healthy, because it's the absolute least expensive. And again, even if you don't, for me, my mindset was, I know, and in our culture, our black community, a lot of times the children are going to have to grow up and take care of the parents. Yeah. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, a lot of us are running to be successful and want to make sure that in the future our parents will be good. Or if we don't need to take care of them, I'm going to buy my house. And so my mindset was, well, if God forbid, I don't make it to that, I have a life insurance in place where I'm going to still fulfill that promise to my mother, to my family. So it was a mindset of getting it. It's cheap now. I'm young, I'm healthy, but also I'm building to be wealthy, but just in case I don't make it, I know for sure I'm going to still fulfill that promise to my mother. So very important, no matter if you're young, old, if you have someone to depend on you or not, it's super, super important to get those things in place. That's the foundation of building a financial house.
And it's very important.
Very important. And one thing, well, I can't afford it. Number one, a lot of times people don't understand how much it is or how inexpensive it is. And number two, I always say, if you're saying I can't afford to have it, then you can't afford not to. Because if right now you struggling, if you and a person together and y'all struggling financially, imagine if one is no longer there to help you with that. So it's affordable, definitely there are very inexpensive plans for individuals.
I got it. Got to pay the bill tomorrow. Sign up. Hey, mine is under, I think 100 or so, under that, and I still got my kids on it, and my lady, so she gonna work with you. She gonna
whole
make sure,
family gonna get right.
She gonna make sure everybody right and everybody protected. I know you spoke about our culture and the lack of information I think we have. How can we give more knowledge? What can we do to help our people out more? What can we do?
Devin, so there are 3 reasons why people usually fail financially. 1, they don't have the education, the financial education.
Okay.
It's not taught in school. Even people who have business degrees, and I actually have a part of my degree is business, and I took finance. I didn't learn none of this. And so, 1, the lack of financial education. 2, lack of a financial game plan. True. So there's no game plan. You just kind of go in, you work, you get your paycheck, you pay your bills. And then 3, don't have a financial coach. So you don't know how the money game works. You know, how you gonna win at a game if you don't know the rules,
Fact.
right? 2, you don't have a plan. You don't know where you're going. And 3, you don't have somebody to help you map it out and hold you accountable. So really seeking out, true story, actually, that's how I actually got in the industry, was because I just graduated. I got my master's degree. You know, I'm a real adult, because you know, once you're in school, you ain't really an adult yet. Now I'm like, I was an administrator of a facility, a health facility, and I'm like, I got school debt. I don't understand what 401k is.
True.
When am I going to retire? How much do I need to retire? So I actually started seeking help. And so that's how I ended up having an opportunity to get the licenses. And I said, well, if I can manage my own finances and get paid, why not? And I realized a lot of people need a lot of people have no clue. And yes, we are in an information age where you can go and Google and YouTube, TikTok, all these things. But it's a lot of misinformation out there just Googling that. So
Ain't nobody to hold you accountable, like you said.
Exactly. So, you know, seek out a financial coach, a financial advisor, a financial planner. Hey, I know one, a really good one.
I know one too. I know one too. So once we get them millions, we know who we're going to operate everything.
There you go.
What can you say to the people to be able to keep going out here? Because life is hard. Everybody's trying to overcome something. To be able to keep going, what advice can you give to people?
Keep going as far as their financial game plan?
In life, in general, to achieve whatever goal they need, they say.
In finance or in life?
Life. You're a pretty cool, easygoing person. You got a lot going on, but you got a good balance to it. So I think you can give them a good advice on how to balance life. Let's say that.
Jesus.
There we go. I know you balance. You balance good. So
but you know, the funny thing is, you hear that a lot. Oh, you got to find a balance. You got to find a balance. But truth be told, when you're really on a mission for something, there really isn't. There's really no balance. There's really no balance, honestly.
I love how you said that.
Unfortunately, it's just gonna be times where you're going to give a little more energy on this end, and unfortunately there are going to be things that you're going to lack, you know. I would say one of the biggest things is having a schedule. Okay. You know, as let's say family, you have a family, so right now you're on a mission to, you know, create your own narrative, but you do have a family as well, and I know it's not easy, but that's one thing too, having a supportive partner and understanding that, but having it say, you know what, at least let me make sure you make time for them, but it's just not going to really be balanced the way you want it. So
it's true. It's life.
It's life. It's just the way it is. So just really having a schedule, sticking to it, being as disciplined as you can to get through that as fast as you can, getting onto the other side, because the more you're not disciplined, the more you're not consistent, it's just going to take a lot longer for you to accomplish that, and you're never going to be able to rebalance that out. So that's what I say, just stick to the plan.
Stick to the script.
Stick to the script.
Don't let up. Any questions you have for me or Nigel, you can ask him too, because he's here. We always gotta let the people know he's here. So any questions you have for us?
What is your ultimate goal? What do you see for?
Create your own narrative?
Yes.
I can see that as being an umbrella to a lot of other things. So basically we have Nigel, he has his camera. We have Tony, he has his music. We have me with the podcast. So hopefully we can build a brand a household name brand that can house everybody, even the King, Nostalgia, and we can build like a power team together to just achieve whatever we want. I don't really have an end goal to it because I think it's going to be bigger than what we expect, to be honest. So I'm just riding the wave, like just riding. Because if you think, I used to think too big and I used to get frustrated with it because I used to try to get there so fast, but now I kind of learning to just trust the process, trust God, and know that whatever coming is going to be bigger than what we expect.
It's going to be bigger, but that's huge though. And I'm proud of you. Y'all,
Yeah.
I've known Juwan since his eyes were at his knees, you know. Very young, him and my little brother, and I'm just proud
Shout out
of
to King, man. Shout out to my brother, man.
Yes, nostalgia.
We'll get that nostalgia, man.
Nostalgia, check
All
it
of
out.
that.
But very proud of you guys on what everybody's just branching off and doing, and
It's gonna come together
growing
soon.
into nice young men. So great. I love what you're doing. Listen, guys, just a little bit of a plug? Is that what you say? Shameless plug.
Shameless
Listen, get your finance, and I don't want anyone to think that, oh, well, I ain't got the money right now, so I'm not going. Get a plan so you know what you need to do, and at least have a timeline on, all right, at least I know what I need to do, and this is when I can start, this is what I can do. And sometimes people feel like they need a lot of money. You can literally start an investment with as little as $25 a month, $50 a month. Get into a habit. Everybody, I don't care if you have a $50,000 a year job, I can help you become a millionaire just with the little bit that you do over time. It's not about timing the market. Oh, when do I get in? It's about time in the market. You really got to play the long game.
Drop the gym.
Listen, I got you.
Drop
Check
the gym.
me out.
There y'all go, man. That was free.
Thank you guys. Yes, thank you guys
free.
so much for your time and having me on your podcast. I appreciate y'all.
So y'all know what it is, man. Create your own narrative. CYON, and we are out.
TR.